And the cause number ending in 85, the bond is set at $100,000. And the cause number ending in 86, the bond is set at $250,000. And 85, he's charged with attempted murder. And in 86, he's charged with murder. All right. Defense, it's your motion. All right, just send it to me.
He's on page number 4 of your docket, Judge.
All right. Oh, thank you so much. All right, so you're asking for a bond reduction?
Yes, Judge, we had filed back in November, and I think that originally it was going to go to the other court, but now that we're here, Your Honor's been nice enough to consider it today, so we're asking the court to consider it today.
All right, are you ready to proceed?
Sure.
All right, court is calling 2002?
Yes.
Yes, judges.
All right, court is calling 2002 CR 8385 and 2002 CR 8384 and 2002 CR 8386, State versus Jose Mejia. Can I have parties announce for the record for the state?
Jason Jarrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Charles Bunk for Mr. Mejia.
All right, and are you Mr. Mejia? And how long has your client been in custody?
Since May, he's been here since May the 9th of 2024.
All right, so,
He spent a little time in another county before he was brought here.
all right. So the defense has filed motions to reduce bond in each of his cause numbers. State, did you have a chance to review the motion to reduce bond?
I've spoken with Mr. Buck about it, but I have not looked at them. Judge, I imagine that they're just asking for a reduction.
All right, were you all able to confer and see if you could reach agreement?
Judge, no, we're not in agreement.
Well, we confirmed we were not able to reach an agreement.
All right, so, and the cause number ending 84, the bond is currently set at $10,000.
But we'll waive our request in 8-4 just to expedite the process.
Okay. Any objection to the waiver?
Right.
And the cause number ending in 85, the bond is set at $100,000. And the cause number ending in 86, the bond is set at $250,000. And 85, he's charged with attempted murder. And in 86, he's charged with murder. All right. Defense, it's your motion.
I'll call my client for the purposes of this hearing.
All right. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're going to need to speak up so I can hear
Yes, ma'am.
and so that the court reporter can hear. You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Jose Mejia.
All right, defense.
Mr. Mejia, you're the same Jose Mejia that's charged in those 2 indictments. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you have been here in the Bexar County Jail since May the 9th of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
And on these 2 bonds, the first bond for the attempted murder is set at $100,000, correct?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
second bond is set for the murder offense is set at $250,000, correct? Now, I know you have family present in the courtroom. Am I correct? in
Yes,
that?
sir.
And can you tell the court which members of your family are present today?
It's my mom, my aunt, and my brother-in-law.
Okay. And if those members of your family attempted to raise the funds necessary to make the bonds that are set at the current amount, have they tried to make your bond?
They tried, but it's like,
Have they been able to?
no, they haven't. My mom don't work, she gets, then she has my niece, she's taking care of my niece.
Now, you yourself, sir, do you have the money yourself to make these bonds?
No,
Do you own any bank accounts?
no,
Do you own any automobiles?
no,
Do you own any property?
no.
Now, you understand the court, if she considers reducing your bonds, she could put you on devices such as the GPS monitor. Do you understand that?
Yeah, they told me.
Okay. And you certainly would be willing to comply with any conditions of bond she would give you,
Yeah,
correct?
in the condition,
And would you live, or if you were released on a reduced bond, where would you be planning on living
with my mom
with your mother? Does she live here in San
in
Antonio?
San Antonio.
Okay. For the purposes of this hearing, Judge, that's all I have.
All right, just a
I'm
moment.
sorry.
I think there's no paper in the printer because I only got 12. Thank you.
There's some paper in the printer. I just put a new ring. I put a brand new ring in it.
Well, I only got 12 pages. All right.
That's all the questions I have for the purposes of this hearing, Judge.
All right. Any questions state?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Mejia, this case is from 2002, allegedly the murder, the attempted murder, and the victory to the child. Is that correct?
Yes.
Where have you been since 2002?
I was in Mexico. I got a wife and a kid over there.
And you had a wife and a kid there previous to 2002?
Yeah. No, after.
After 2002?
Yeah.
So from 2002 to the present, other than the time that you've been spent here in Bexar County or in the other county, you've been in Mexico for the last roughly 22 years?
Yeah, years ago, been working and having my family.
So you have a family and
I had a job. I had a job.
in Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Any other questions?
Now, Mr. Mejia, you didn't know that you had these warrants, did you, until you were arrested, correct?
Yeah. I turned myself in.
Right. Once you found
Yeah,
out.
because they
Okay, that's all I have, Judge.
Your Honor, just
Yes.
one other question. You said you turned yourself in Mexico?
yeah, I told them I was American because they wanted to lock me up. They kidnapped me from a car with my son. They took me away from a taxi car.
And you're aware who kidnapped you from?
The cops.
The cops,
Yeah,
the Mexican.
yeah.
And then they turned you over to the...
No, they didn't turn me in. I told them I was American. They didn't turn me in. I volunteered to.
What, are you aware of why they picked you up from that vehicle?
No, they never told me nothing. They never told my mom nothing. They never told my wife nothing. They just got me and left my son in the taxi.
You're not aware if they are aware that you had warrants out for this murder and attempted murder and injured your child?
No, because if they knew,
This bond hearing came down to one critical issue: trust. Jose Mejia stood before the court facing charges of murder and attempted murder dating back to 2002. On paper, the request looked reasonable. He'd been in custody for months, his family was present, and he even agreed to GPS monitoring and strict conditions. But everything changed when he admitted he had lived in Mexico for more than 20 years. That single statement shifted the judge's focus instantly. This wasn't about money anymore, it was about risk. For the court, a defendant charged with murder who remained outside the country for decades raised serious concerns, regardless of the explanations. In the end, credibility outweighed compromise, and the bond reduction was denied.
The reduction of the bond, the $250,000, we're asking the court to reduce that $250,000 bond to a bond to consider reduction in the amount of $125,000. The $100,000 bond, we're asking the court to consider reducing the amount of $50,000. We're certainly understanding the court will place Mr. Mejia on GPS full house arrest, and we're certainly okay with that. He has a residence here in San Antonio to live with his mother, who is present in the courtroom. He's been present at every setting. The monitor gives the court the guarantee that he will continue to come to court. As he testified, he did not know. Yes, he was in Mexico, but that's not because he did not have these charges and flee the country. It's not a situation where he was on bond and left. That would put the court in a completely different perspective, I believe. So, having no evidence that he knew of the charges before he left, I certainly think the court could consider this reduction as a reasonable request. He has been in jail since May 9th of 2024. We don't think the request is unreasonable. We're asking the court to consider the reductions and grants the defense request for bond reductions in 2002, 8385 and 2002, 8386.
Judge State's position is, for one, that he was aware of the murder, attempted murder, and injury of a child that happened. That's like it's gone to Mexico and it's been there for the last 2 years. So when that argument is a flight risk, And also, there's the actual charges, there are several charges, the state would be in a position that it's safe to give the community. But we would be.
All right. In each motion, the court is going to deny your application for reduction. The court will include full GPS. If released, waive all fees as it relates to GPS. And counsel, if he is released and there's an issue, because sometimes there's an issue where GPS thinks there should be a payment, just let the court know and I'll make sure that's done.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Do we need to address the next setting for the court
Yes.
while we're here?
All right. So with regards to each of these cases, counsel, do you know if you have discovery?
Yes, Mr. Garahan has been able to get the discovery uploaded through the various formats that were antiquated at the time, or antiquated now, present at the time. I believe I have everything that they have.
All right. And so what I will do, state, were you able to tender an offer or no?
No, not today, Your Honor. Mr. Buck asked for an offer today, but I was not prepared to make an offer today.
All right. So what I'll do is I will reset this so the state can tender an offer. What is a good date for you, counsel?
What time frame are you looking at, Judge?
I'm thinking in April.
Okay. Sometime end of April, somewhere in there?
Well, it would have to be April the 28th.
April the 28th, okay.
As you know, my mom's birthday is before that.
Yes, so the 28th is good, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson.
Is that Fiesta?
Oh,
Yes,
I
that is Fiesta.
don't want to ruin their fiesta.
Understood.
So I can put it May 1st.
That's fine.
All right, Deputy Laura, May 1st, because I understand fiesta is over. Yes. In the month, am I right? In the month of May? Oh, look at Raymond shaking his head. Okay, so he just throwing, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to be back then on May 5th,
May 5th.
Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
All right. Yes, it's for discovery and for the state to tender an offer, but just have an acknowledgement of discovery right on that day. All right, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
This hearing comes down to one issue: trust. Jose Mahia stands charged with murder and attempted murder, cases filed in 2002 and left unresolved for more than 2 decades. On the surface, the bond request appeared straightforward. He had been in custody since May. He had family present. He offered GPS monitoring and full compliance. Even the state was willing to reduce the bonds. But the judge wasn't focused on numbers. Instead, she focused on time. When Mahia testified that he had lived in Mexico for roughly 22 years, the court's attention shifted immediately. This wasn't a short absence. It wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a life built elsewhere while serious criminal cases remained open in Texas. The defense argued he didn't knowingly flee, that he wasn't on bond, that he didn't know about the warrants. But from the bench, the question wasn't intent, it was risk. A defendant charged with murder who disappears for decades presents the highest possible flight concern, regardless of explanations offered years later. The judge also probed his claims about being detained by Mexican authorities, asking whether he believed they were aware of his U.S. warrants. His answers raised more questions than reassurance. In the end, judicial authority overrode consensus. Despite the state's position and proposed safeguards, the court denied all bond reductions. GPS conditions and fee waivers were addressed only hypothetically. This was not a procedural denial. It was a credibility decision. And it shows exactly how quickly a bond hearing can turn when a defendant's own words reshape the entire case.